All right, ladies and gentlemen, apologize about that. I just, too many signs happening at once. Massive rainbow behind me. I had to hit my trading desk and lock in and buy more XTZ. I noticed while I was live on camera, please like and share this, during my emergency message, I noticed, man, that thing is incredible right there, right now, right there. Kind of tough to see with the camera. I noticed that Ethereum just skyrocketed 15%, which is now triggering a cascading alt season up only. All positions, all cryptos are soaring on this massive, and you got to take action. So I always tell you guys to have your wallets ready. This is why you need to be educated in blockchain and crypto. You need to have Ethereum ready, USDC ready to take advantage of these opportunities because, number one, I knew instinctually also because God's telling me literally with signs to buy more XTZ right now. You've got to be ready for these moments because this is very, very significant. So I reported in the short video that I just produced, all cryptos are going up right now, that New York Community Bank, this is one of my major predictions of the year. I've been warning for months now that New York Community Bank would collapse to zero in a bank run. And that there would be asset seizures and capital controls, and that this was very concerning because, of course, the FDIC is bankrupt in the United States and also insolvent. And they've been bailing out so many financial institutions recently, Silvergate, Silicon Valley, Signature, which was acquired by New York Community Bank. It's running out of ammunition and time. More importantly, it's running out of money. We talk about the debt all the time. I know a lot of Americans think, oh, they can just keep printing more and more money. They can just keep printing more and more debt. Well, part of that's true. They can keep printing, but then cause more hyperinflation. And that's what's happening. They can print to infinity, which will cause more hyperinflation. Also, I find it extremely alarming, and I believe this to be an emergency message from Jerome Powell, now weakening his stance on the rate cuts and suggesting that not only is he not cutting, inflation is much more rampant and significant, that this is what he's saying, than he thought. Now, of course, you're just reading a teleprompter. Jerome Powell isn't saying anything that isn't being told to him. It's all fed in by the state, and they're telling him what to say. But this is an indication. This is also why crypto is soaring, because this is a risk-on moment. Everybody knows now hyperinflation is guaranteed, banking collapse is guaranteed, the global economic reset is guaranteed, bank runs are guaranteed, World War III is guaranteed, dollar collapse is guaranteed, end of the petrodollar is guaranteed, Bitcoin up only is guaranteed. Now, again, as I was making my point, you've been told by the financial elite for years now that Bitcoin was going to go to zero, that it was a fraud, that it was a scam, don't buy it. But actually, the opposite is happening, which I've been telling you for over a decade. So I'm producing this video. I was able to place my trades. So I got into more, just bought more XTZ, locked and loaded. Let's take a look at the charts here real quick. I'll just do this in real time with you guys. So you've got limited opportunity now to lock in and buy into DCA. So you should be doing this. I just did. Bitcoin up 7%. It's about to retest its new latest all-time high. And I believe it'll quickly crush through 69K and then send vertically in a parabola to 150K. That's what I'm looking at next. Ethereum, which has not broken a new all-time high yet, is now testing. It's going to approaching its test of its recent all-time highs, and I believe it's going to break it as well. But importantly, this is signaling alt season. What is alt season? All the new liquidity is going to go into XTZ. All the new liquidity is going to go into altcoins. Also, there's a major announcement coming with XTZ. A major announcement. That's all I can say about it. Again, there's a reason why I've positioned all of you for this moment of opportunity right now. Ajax, I'll just shout it out again. It's been one of my 1000x performers at school, up another 32% today. When I recommended it, it was trading at only millions of dollars in market cap. It's now trading at 1.36 billion. Uniswap, 20% gains. Pepe, 20% gains. Just kind of looking at the charts here. Everything is up. Everything is up only right now. So again, what does this mean for you? And I'm really concerned about the average American that doesn't understand crypto and doesn't understand what's going on right now. And doesn't understand that this is a pre-planned, engineered, fabricated inside job collapse to move you to UBI very, very soon. I'm expecting in the next few years, as we get into 2025, probably when Trump is president of the United States, they've already laid this framework. They're laying the foundation for universal basic income after all the money is stolen and the wealth is transferred to the super elites, which is what they're doing now. March 6, 2024. I mean, take a look at this, guys. Look at this. This is freaking insane. This is CNBC.com. Every crypto is in green. Every single crypto is making you millions of dollars right now if you would listen to me. Look at this. Absolutely freaking insane. A total parabola up only in crypto, ladies and gentlemen. I told you yesterday, are you catching a trend yet? Do you get it yet? Real assets are soaring. The U.S. is declining. Real assets are soaring. Banks are collapsing. Do you understand? Gold, new all-time high. Bitcoin, new all-time high. Ethereum, soon, new all-time high. XTZ, soon, new all-time high. Islandproject.com, all-time highs. All-time high funding rate right now. Are you catching a trend? Stock market, which is inflationary, all-time highs. Nikkei index, all-time highs. Do you understand yet? Have you figured out the trend yet? The trend is your friend. And this is very, very serious. Now, I just got a warning update from CNBC.com on the collapse of New York Community Bank. So what does this mean? Asset seizures, asset freezes. Now, this stock is already at zero, but they froze it at $1.86. Another major prediction of General Greene comes true again. Comes true again! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the truth. This is the truth. Down 42%, losing 95% of its value over the last few months. And I've been warning you every step of the way. See if we've got any more news on this, and I'll read it to you live and breaking as America's financial system collapses like the pigs nations. Remember Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, Spain. Remember the civil unrest all over the streets? Post 2008-09, massive systemic shock, collapse of every mortgage-backed security in the United States, millions of foreclosures and short sales. Do you remember this, guys? Sometimes I've got to jog people's memory about this because they forget. It's almost like they have limited memory. Okay, this is breaking right now. New York collapsing community bank. Just call it New York collapsed bank. That's what it stands for now. New York collapsed bank, NYCB. Makes an emergency announcement, is seeking SOS funding of $1 billion to prevent insolvency. Today here on March 6th. That's interesting. 666. March 6th. What a quinkity. Here's a question. How long would a paltry $1 billion last? That would last like them maybe an hour before they would need more cash infusion. So shares of the bank are down sharply, now frozen. Now, again, just to educate you guys, if you own any bank stocks, number one, get your money out of the banks. But if you own bank stocks, if you own their equities, expect that your stock to go to zero. Again, all U.S. stocks can and will go to zero. And you must understand this. Bondholders get paid first. They're higher up on the tier, okay, depending on where you are. Now, the troublesome thing is New York Community Bank, collapsed bank, bonds are actually rated double junk now. So I don't even know if the bondholders are going to get paid. So bottom line, massive, 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 massive contagion. Crypto up only. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll call it now. I actually think Bitcoin will break a new all-time high today. Yeah, it's going to easily pump to 70, 75K, then rocket ship right to 150K on this news. See, a lot of you don't understand why I'm telling you stories, and you think they're like different stories, but they actually all tie in to the same thesis, right? Follow the yellow brick road, follow the story, follow the narrative. See, I've been following New York Community Bank so intently because I knew the day it collapsed on March 6, 2024 today, just like I predicted, that would signal the bull run up only. You understand? That's why I've reported on it. Like, some of you are like, Christopher, you keep repeating yourself. Yeah, I'm repeating myself just like the mainstream media propagandizes you all the time and repeats the same message to brainwash you. I'm repeating myself so you understand the truth and you're ready and you're making money and you're pivoting and you're leveraging and you're profiting from this world-class opportunity before you lose everything in your stock market accounts, your 401ks, your IRAs, and your retirement accounts. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I built islandproject.com. Of course, I'm excited to get excited today, guys. I'm excited, and I'm also worried for the majority of Americans that don't understand what's coming. Look at the shell shock in 2020. How many innocent Americans had no idea that they would be locked down in their houses? How many shell-shocked Americans there were? The general predicted that. And I told you that they would do that. Many didn't see it coming. And now I would say the majority of Americans on this March 666 today don't see. Oh, that's interesting. March 6, 2024, 4 plus 2 is 6, 666, March 6. New York Community Bank collapsing today. See, a lot of Americans don't see the systemic banking collapse coming. They don't understand that this is actually the plan of the insider. See, the plan, and they've designed it this way, is to create such a systemic shock and panic, just like 2008 and 09, but on steroids, but so that there's no other choice but to introduce the digital dollar reset. You do understand that? They always need a crisis. I'm going to try to calm down because I'm yelling. I'm going to try to calm down because I want people to understand. I want from the bottom of my heart, because I care about you. I love all of you tuning in. I don't want you to lose everything in this economic financial collapse. I don't want you to have your bank accounts frozen. Listen to what I'm saying. I don't want you to lose all your hard-earned money that you've worked your whole life for and you've dedicated your life for. If you're a baby boomer, you're retired and you've saved up. Maybe you saved that $1 million and you've got it and you're feeling secure. I'm telling you that money isn't secure right now. And it is all at risk. America is all at risk right now. The banking system is at tremendous risk right now. And this is what I'm warning. I'm warning from the bottom of my heart. And so I'm calmly presenting this message to you today, but you really need to take aggressive action. Number one, take the aggressive action to take advantage of these opportunities. Just like I bought more XTZ just minutes, I cut my stream because it's that important. To buy more Tezos until you Bezos right now. To buy XTZ, the number one crypto, layer one technology in the world, with a major announcement coming within days, which is up 50% since I recommended it under $1 just weeks ago, and it's about to skyrocket to $16 plus a coin. And this is coming imminently. And Ethereum is up 15% today, and Bitcoin is up over 50% just this month. Let's take a look at the year-to-date gains. You must take action now, ladies and gentlemen, before it's too late. Now, I get a lot of questions about, well, where do I put my money if I can't put it in a bank, Christopher? What the heck am I supposed to do with it? What do you think islandproject.com is? It's a real estate bank. This is why we don't have any bank debt, because it's a bank. This is what the elites and the wealthy have been doing over the last few years since the lockdowns that they designed and caused on purpose. They're buying all the real assets for themselves and bankrolling themselves with no bank debt because they all pay cash, just like us, and they buy all the beach and ocean front for themselves, and they're preparing for a systemic event and shockwave. This is why Mark Zuckerberg spent $100 million in Kauai. It's why Larry Ellison, a billionaire, owns the entire island in Lanai. It's why Jeff Bezos owns most of South Maui now. He bought all of La Perouse in recent years, all of it. Like, he pretty much owns the whole place now, and now he's like closing it off for himself so you can no longer, go see the sites and stuff. That's what these people do. He only donated like a paltry $500K to a food bank. This guy's worth billions and billions of dollars. I am going to hold him to that $100 million charitable donation, though, that he said that he would help the Maui people with, who have just been left with nothing as a result of the fires, by the way. So hopefully he does that. This is very, very bad. Again, what's going to happen next? Stocks will collapse. Crypto is decoupling now. Crypto is decoupling right now. This is, I've said it a long time, but as my portfolio rises, as property values rise, as Bitcoin skyrockets and breaks new all-time highs, as Ethereum skyrockets, breaks new all-time highs, XTC skyrockets and is soon to break new all-time highs, it's bittersweet. Kind of like this iced tea. It's bittersweet because I know that every tick higher only proves the collapse of America and proves it's finished. And the old way of life that many of you baby boomers depended on for years and years. I mean, you see this in politics. Look at how politics are completely unreliable. Look at how less free you guys are over the last few years. Look at how they locked down the entire world. Look at how many bailouts there's been since 2008-09. What a scam. Look, and how much money printing there's been. Look at the debt soaring $1 trillion now every 100 days. Like, I think most of you understand it now. But here's the question. Have you acted upon the information and the intel? Have you taken advantage of the knowledge? Because knowledge actually isn't as important as the action is. As making the call to my dad, Papa John, 808-442-2934 today is. As deploying your capital on the ready. Buy your first 30 units, your 100 units, your first 250 units at islandproject.com right now today in the members tab while Bitcoin is breaking new all-time records along with Ethereum and XTZ. Fund your accounts. We accept crypto, ACH, wire transfer, credit, and debit cards. See if you qualify, see our terms, and fill out a 5-minute app. You don't have to be an accredited investor. We accept non-accredited investors, which is why I built the project in Robinhood fashion so everybody could get in. And the Island Project could be your new bank, could be your dependable no bank debt place to store your capital, make those gains, increase those cash flows, large capital appreciation potential, 1,000x potential on the tokenization side. Because again, everything we stand for at islandproject.com is about freedom and your faith and your prosperity and your victory in these trying times. It's why we built this, folks. I've been talking with a lot of you, of course, on the phone. I've had many of you fund your accounts just within the last few hours. And let me go through that right now. Again, call or text my father. Leave him a voicemail if you need to at 808-442-2934. Text him with your information. That way you can assure a call back or just fund directly at islandproject.com. It's the only place where you can do that. Islandproject.com. Just had Donnie roll in with his first 30 units. Congratulations. Just rolled in and funded. Hats off to you. I've had a lot of people on board from Texas. We just had, and Oregon yesterday. A lot of people seeking freedom from Oregon. Robert R., I won't give your last name, just onboarded with his first 30 units yesterday. Congratulations, just funded. Getting your hard-earned assets out of the bank while you still can. Positioning to profit immensely from this economic financial collapse, from these bank runs of New York Community Bank. Adam A. Just added to his position, spoke with you yesterday. Sir, congratulations. Also, Don T. just funded here moments ago as well. Can't remember which state that was from. Let me log in here real quick, find the state. Just funded, I believe it was 30 units from, 30 units. And let me look at his agreement here. And by the way, you get an agreement. So once you fund, these are your docs. It proves your ownership of islandproject.com. It's signed off by me and my father. It shows your units. It shows your cash flows, your income. The opportunity describes all of it. And this is your ownership rights here. This is the document that you get. And you file for your records. Let's see here. From New York. Yeah, I have a lot of you out in New York. Just came in from New York as well. And I've had a bunch more come in that I know my father has been handling personally. Livia funded yesterday as well, which I'll be giving a shout. I'm shouting you out right now, Livia. Congratulations. God bless you. Livia G, you know who you are. You'll be the last one I'll shout out because I'll be doing this all day. Let's see here. I want to shout out where you're from because that's important to me. People from all over the world, 12 nation states. She's from San Diego, California. And I believe Livia funded, if I can remember correctly, I think it was 150 units. My hat's off to all you guys. I love you guys. This is your moment to get ready. Bitcoin, and I'm doing this just live on the fly because it's that important that I just kind of hang with you guys right now. Year to date, Bitcoin gains. Yeah, 60%. 60%. 60% year to date gains. We've barely been through 2 months. All right, that's it, guys. I just had more to say. I wanted to get that information out to you. Watch this cascading effect. Notice how stocks are already sinking on the news of New York Community Bank's imminent collapse. Just failed. Halt has been stocked, or the stock has been halted. Stock is on its, already collapsed to zero. It's seeking capital infusions right now. Cash bailouts from U.S. taxpayers. Now, again, what does this do? This is only going to encourage more hyperinflation in the United States. So this is why crypto is skyrocketing. It's why real estate is skyrocketing, because it only assures that the real assets, the real stuff keeps going up in value, because as America declines and defaults as a result of its wars, as a result of its debt, as a result of its money printing, as a result of its failed institutions and banking system, its failed political system and model, real assets continue to skyrocket. And this is the plan. So for those of you that think, oh, they're not going to allow this to happen. No. This is what they want to happen. See, this is what a lot of people didn't believe me at first years ago when I told them this exact same message. They're like, well, Christopher, this is the greatest country in the world. They're not going to let America fail. And I'm like, well, what if I told you they wanted it to fail? What if I told you that that was their actual game plan and the U.S. government had already been infiltrated from outsiders decades ago? And their goal was to collapse the country and reset it into a new one. And you should buy Bitcoin. That was my exact message. And people are like, you're crazy. That's never going to happen. Bitcoin's worthless. You're an idiot. How dare you buy it under 1,000? You're stupid. I've heard it over and over again. The exact opposite has happened. So again, what I'd really like you to take into consideration today is not what I'm saying. In fact, what I want you to take into consideration today only are the facts. What's the price of Bitcoin today? Is it higher? Is it at a new all-time high? Yes and yes. What are cryptos doing right now? Going up only. Yes. Has the government and regulators approved Bitcoin ETFs like the BlackRock ETF and dozens of others now worth billions and billions of dollars? Yes. Is the debt higher than it's ever been in the United States? And are we now in World War III in Israel and also Ukraine? Yes. See, these are just all facts. On the trend line of Bitcoin's rocket ship, essentially, you do realize that Bitcoin can trade up to infinity. See, New York Community Bank can only collapse to zero. It's got a floor, which is where it's at today, at zero. Just like Credit Suisse. It had to be saved and bailed out by UBS through a scam marriage. That's what they did. Same thing in 2008-09. Bankrupt of America, because it got most of the bailout money, had to buy the scam that was Merrill Lynch and swallow it because Merrill Lynch collapsed to zero. That's what happened. Wells Fargo, etc., all of them. Goldman Sachs, they all collapsed to zero. That's what they did. So my point is, whether you guys like me or not, I've been telling you the truth. We've been 100% right. We own the solution at islandproject.com, your path to victory. The banking system is on fire. A massive systemic economic collapse is now official and here. And we have panic buying of every major crypto asset in the world, sending to new record highs right now in the biggest .com, the new .com up only, that we haven't seen ever in the history of civilization. And these are all facts. And everything the mainstream media and these elites and the politicians have been telling you have been a lie. 100%. And everything the talking heads have been telling you about Bitcoin has been a lie. There's only two options. They were either lying to you, which is what they were doing, or they're stupid, and you should never listen to them again. Anyways, guys, I'm almost out of breath. I hope my message is clear. XTZ, I've given you this freebie. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos now. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos now. Available on Coinbase, every single tier 1 exchange. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos now. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos now. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos now. XTZ, Tezos to you Bezos now. I'm repeating myself because I want the message to be clear. XTZ, Tezos tell you Bezos, baby. Tezos tell you Bezos, baby. Tezos tell you Bezos, baby. Tell you Bezos, baby. Tell you Bezos, baby. We are the army for your victory. We are your path forward. And if you don't know anything about crypto, don't want to study crypto, don't want to invest in crypto, then let us do it for you. Buy real estate, become a part of our world-class, #1 in the world, tokenization event, our 1000x opportunity. Own the best real estate portfolio in the world, $33.5 million. $11 million has already been deployed. Move your money now. Roll over your Roth retirement accounts, IRAs. Call Papa John at 808-442-2934. The Island Project is your new bank. It is your safe haven during economic collapse, the collapse and bank runs of New York Community Bank, Credit Suisse, Silvergate, Silicon Valley, FTX, Signature Bank. We are the new path to freedom, prosperity, your 1000x to victory. And we are decentralized. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Because we prepared for it long in advance at the Digital Noah's Ark. Links below, guys. I'll add these links in a minute. I'll upload these videos to the rest of the channels on Facebook, etc. And I would just say watch for another bank to collapse. It's not going to end with New York Community Bank. New York, just like it didn't end with Silicon Valley, Signature, Credit Suisse, Citizen, the list goes on and on. It doesn't end with New York Community Bank. Citigroup is next. Wells Fargo is next. Bankrupt of America is next. Goldman Sachs is next. All of these financial institutions are next. And if they bail them out more hyperinflation, up only for crypto, up only for real estate. So we win either way. Either the banking system collapses to zero, or they print so much money that all of our assets continue to skyrocket. And that's my point. They lose, we win. They lose, you win. As long as you're taking aggressive action and you're actually putting your hard-earned money where your mouth is and you're taking the risk on yourself, which really all the risk is just in the system. Notice if you have been a contrarian over the last decade, you're rich. If you bought Bitcoin, if you're self-employed, if you've started your own business, if you've actually diversified your risk outside of the United States, if you've done, you've sold things on the internet, you got involved in e-commerce, all the contrarian plays have worked. All the traditional plays have failed. Like, oh, we'll just go get a job at a company and then I'll get a pension. Those pensions are about to fail. Arizona's Senate just confirmed it will be buying Bitcoin. Did you read this today? So even pensions know, and sovereign wealth funds know, and the Qatari leadership knows, which is why I was in El Salvador recently, and all of Saudi Arabia knows, and all these people know that if they don't buy Bitcoin now, BlackRock knows, if it doesn't buy Bitcoin now, it's over for them. So that is why Bitcoin has truly hijacked the financial system, the hyperinflationary financial system, which is sinking to zero like Rome. Rome clipped its coins. They started a bunch of wars they couldn't afford. They lost a lot of the wars, and then they printed an enormous amount of debt, so then it collapsed into the dark ages. And the same thing's happening in the United States of America. The rise and fall of empires and civilizations. That's all that is happening right now. All right, I'll leave you with that. I guess that's what I wanted to say. I got my trades in. I'm super happy about that. Yeah, let's take a look at XTZ here real quick. Buy now. Not financial advice. I have to say that. My opinion. Buy now. Buy now. Buy XTZ now. This is my number one pick. Get in now. It's already up over 50% just in the last week or so. Yeah, these are exactly the levels that I wanted to see, especially on the news of Ethereum up 15% just seconds ago. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the chart too, you'll see the last all-time highs were about $12. So we're going to push 16 plus, in my opinion, then go to $20 plus. Again, Tezos owns over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin in its treasury reserves as a part of its foundation. So we're at $1.3 billion right now in total market cap. This is the most seriously undervalued play in the entire cryptocurrency industry right here. This is your number one pick for crypto right now, XTZ, Tezos. And for those of you that don't know where to buy it, if you look it up on coinmarketcap.com, it tells you every major exchange that you can buy it. HTX, Bybit, Coinbase, Kraken, Gate, IO, KuCoin, the list goes on and on. It tells you right there. So all you need is an account with one of those brokerages, and you can buy it. It's that easy. All right, that's all I got. I love you guys. I hope you're ready. It pains me to see my predictions come true over and over again. And now that New York Community Bank has officially collapsed to zero and its stock is now halted, I now know with 100% certainty, as that rainbow popped up at the same time in the previous video, that crypto is all now going to soar and Bitcoin will break above 69K, I believe 72K plus today, and then soar quickly to 150K plus. It's going to happen on the intradays. You're going to see this play out in the coming days.